Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to drop some Valentine looks for you guys, and today's Valentine's Day look I wanted to do more of a pinky colored theme. I'm really excited for you guys to see this tutorial. I really hope that you guys like it. Don't forget to subscribe and give this a big thumbs up because it would mean so much to me. I don't want to make this intro too long, so I guess we'll just jump right into the video and continue watching if you want to see how I did this pinkish plum colored glam Valentine's Day look. I think I'm going to start with my eyes today because I'm not quite exactly for sure how this is all going to turn out, so I'm kind of just going with it. I'm going to start off with priming my eyes. As you can tell, I already have my eyebrows done. I'm going to be using, of course, my MAC paint pot in soft ochre. You know the drill. For this video, I wanted to do more of like a pink eyeshadow look, and I've been using this BH Cosmetics blush neutrals palette a lot lately. It has some really pretty colors in it. When I first reviewed it on my Instagram, like, I was raving about it, but I can understand why some people didn't like it. Some of the colors in here aren't as pigmented. I'm going to be using this palette for this eyeshadow look today. It has lots of pretty colors, but I'm going to start off with this hot pink color. I've never tried this color before, so we'll see how the pigment of this is. And I want to use this as sort of a transition shade. Okay, it's not too bad. I've never done a cut crease halo eye before, but I've been seeing a lot of people doing these. So I was like, I'm gonna have to give that a go. Now I'm going to just go in with a clean fluffy brush, and I'm kind of just gonna buff out those edges. This color here has like hardly any pigment when last time I tried to use it, but I'm going to go in with this. It's actually a blush right here, this plumish color, but it has more pink to it than plum. The blushes in this palette are quite pigmented for blushes, so I always have a hard time because I am just really heavy-handed. So I'm going to buff that into my crease. As you can tell, for this palette, you kind of have to just go back in and work with it. Obviously, it's not the best quality eyeshadows that I've ever seen in my life, but for the price range, it's pretty good. I paid $20 or something like that for it, and then I'm packing that here on the inner and outer corner of my lid. I kind of want this to be a little bit darker. The other color that I have is in my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and it's this cherry cordial color just right here. I want this to be a tad bit darker. Okay, yes, that's what I want. I'm going to go back in with that plumish colored blush from the other palette, and I'm using that to blend out the edges of the darker purple shade that we just applied because I don't want to lose that pink tone. Once again, I'm going in with the hot pink shade from my BH Cosmetics palette, and I'm just going to add a little bit more of that in there because I don't want to lose that color. I'm very particular about my blending, as you can tell. I'm going back in with that clean blending brush, and I'm just buffing out the edges there. I think I'm going to use my MAC paint pot to do my cut crease. I'm going to be using the same brush that I used to apply my my eyeshadow primer, and I'm just going to make a cut crease just here in the center of my lid. This will be used to make that halo cut crease look. Get out the trusty old Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm going to pick up this gold shade right here. I absolutely love this color. Now I'm going to go back into this Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm grabbing Cherry Cordial right here, the same shade that we used in our crease. I'm just going to use this to blend out my edges. I'm just going to go in with some black eyeliner. This is just the Maybelline Master Precise liquid eyeliner pen, and I'm going to create just a very thin line. I'm going to apply some mascara. I'm using the new Urban Decay Troublemaker mascara. I really am impressed with this. Like, I wanted to not like it for the simple fact that it's so expensive. It's a nice mascara, except for I've noticed towards the end of the day, it starts to get black smudges under here, which the Maybelline mascara that I normally use doesn't do that. But this mascara actually adds some crazy volume. For lashes, I'll be using the Red Cherry eyelashes in number 43. I'm just going to use some of my Garnier micellar water. I'm just going to clean up underneath my eye. And then I'll be going in with my Fenti Pro Filter primer. This is the only primer that I have been using lately, and I just love it. I have quite a few other primers in my makeup collection. It's really hydrating and it smooths out my skin. And for foundation, I'll be using the Fenty Pro Filter foundation in 100. Yeah, 100. I'll go in with my damp beauty sponge and just blend that out. I'm going to be going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Contour and Highlighting palette, but the highlights, this one right here, and Soft Light, completely matches my skin tone, so I've been using it as a concealer. It's really full coverage, and you only want to use a very small amount of this because it can look cakey. I'm going to next be using my Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer in the shade L1 Neutral. I really love a bright under eye area, so I'm going to just apply this like so underneath my eyes. I'll be using my beauty blender just to blend that out. I always do my eyes lastly so it doesn't crease. I'm going to be using the RCMA No Color Powder, aka the world's messiest powder. It's seriously so messy to work with, but it works really well. Just tap a little bit into my cap and I'll dip into it with my beauty sponge and bake underneath my eyes. I also like to bake here in the center of my forehead because I do get lines up in here. I put some of this down the center of my nose and then around my mouth because I get creases around my mouth. Now I'm just going to use a regular powder brush and lightly brush this all over my face to set the rest of my face. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with my Hoola Light bronzer. Can you tell I love it a lot? Just going to use this to add some dimension and color to my very pale face. If I don't do this, I remember one time I hadn't bronzed yet, but I went down for dinner and my dad saw me and he was just like, "Rachel, what did you do to your face?" And I was just like, "Dad, I haven't bronzed yet, don't worry." Put some up here on the sides of my forehead. And I'm going to be using a smaller brush to bring this down the sides of my nose. I'm going back into my powder and I'm going to sharpen up my bronzer here. Now I'm just going to wipe all of that bake off. For blush, I'm going to go back into my BH Cosmetics palette and I'm just going to be using this very, very light pink one. I'm trying to get into using blushes because, I don't know, I just don't think they look too great on me, but I'm just going to apply this to my cheeks. I'm gonna blend that out. Now I'm going to just finish up underneath my eye. I'm going to go in with the hot pink shade that I used in my crease. And then I'm going back into my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette and I'm using Cherry Cordial. I want to keep that close to my lash line and just like smoking that out. Apply some mascara. So I'm just going to be using the same Urban Decay mascara that I used for my top lashes. I got some eyeshadow in my eye. To highlight, I'm going to be using that I Like Your Face palette by Colourpop. And I'll be using this white shade right here. I'm going to apply it here to the corner of my eye. Just to open my eyes up a little bit. I really like this highlighter. It's quite pigmented actually, so apply some to my brow bone. Highlight down the center of my nose, the tip of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. Now I'm just gonna wipe off underneath there, sort of blend it in as well. I'm just going to line my lips real quick. And then for lipstick, I'm going to be using the Milani Amore Matte Lip Cream. And this looks like a really pretty color. I've been really dying to use this. So, oh yes. Now this dries down so matte. Okay, that looks better. I just used the Maybelline Vivid Matte Liquid Lipstick and Possessed Plum. And to finish this look off, I'm just going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. This is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you all in my next video.